Megajared here, guys, and I've had a
Yay.
pretty. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a commentary with Jordan, but it's not like our regular commentaries where we're just like.
It's like we're basically like showing footage of a game, but we're also talking about different stuff.
Yes, basically. So this is Jordan's gameplay. I better give him credit right now. This is gameplay.
I thought we were gonna say it's yours, but oh well.
Okay.
Fine.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
We're gonna basically just keep going with this footage. We're gonna probably put this into a few parts. Or whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to talk with you guys about my life. Okay. So.
Before you start, real quick,
What?
I just want to know: do you want to make this one big thing, or do you want to just do this in parts?
We're doing this in parts, obviously.
Well, we can do one big thing and count it as like a live stream or some shit.
You know what a live stream is?
Yeah, it's where like you just keep continually recording live.
Live. Oh my god, that monkey is crazy.
You've done a live stream before in Minecraft, haven't you?
Yeah, I
Where we
have.
did the
Yeah, I
Hunger
have.
Games type thing?
No, not the Hunger Games, but yeah, I have live stream.
Well, I don't remember what the fuck it was, but it was something like that.
Anyway, so let's start this off right now. Okay, so obviously my name is.
You can.
Okay, Jordan, I'm gonna mute you.
Yeah, hang on. I just wanted to say real quick. This is the last time I'm gonna talk. You can say when you want to end an episode to the next part.
Obviously.
Sorry. Sorry.
No,
Hit myself.
I'm forced to do this every day.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. So anyway, as you know, my name is Jared Herman. If you're new to the channel, you probably don't. You probably think my name's like Marty Carter or something like that. I don't know.
What?
It's like a new person. I don't know really. But anyway. So anyway. Okay. Yeah. So anyway. Okay. Anyway, let's start this off. Actually. Okay, guys. My name is Jared Herman, and I was born in Grand Forks, Minnesota, actually. And I was born on June 18th. I will tell you the date later. Everybody always asks me about my age, but I'm not gonna tell. It's the biggest secret of this goddamn history.
You can tell us all later.
Yes, I will
The
tell you
same
later.
age, but I'm not going to announce what it is.
Yes, and I almost died when I was born. They waited too long to get me out, and
This is not a joke, by the way.
I kind of went to the bathroom in my mother, like number 2, and it
Not a
kind of,
joke. Don't laugh.
and it jacked up my birth kind of a little bit, and now I'm retarded. I'm just kidding.
Don't even. I'm the one saying that.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I know, but I have autism. Fuck you.
Are you? Oh yeah, you are.
I
Aren't
have
you?
autism.
I forgot. Not very much. Anyway, so
No, not like I have it, but it's like it's called Asperger's or something. I don't know
Asperger's?
exactly about it much. I don't know much about it really, which is kind of weird, but whatever.
Anyway, yeah. So I almost died when I was born.
It's supposed to, oh yeah, you keep going.
And I got the umbilical umbilical cord wrapped around my head, and wrapped
Your
around
mom
my neck.
just has a rope.
And I don't think I was,
It's a cord.
and I was told I wasn't breathing for about 20 minutes of my first life. So my first life, and I'm still on my first life, but I didn't die. But anyway, so
This is my second life, yeah.
I think I was on my, I was a whale before this, and
I'll be watching for my second life.
let's see, and basically, I almost died, so they had me on life support. My grandma made a rosary for me and everything. And then, basically, gaming came in my life at a very, very early age. I was like 2 when I started playing my sister's Nintendo 64. And my favorite game on there was, probably the Smash Brothers. That was a good, and 64 and Ocarina of Time were the good ones. I love those ones. I can't remember exactly what my first game I played was, but I know what my first game I owned was. So yeah. So I started school
You
when
know, it's weird. I actually know myself what my first game was.
Really? Which one?
It was Black Ops 1 Call of the Dead.
Amazing. So I started school when I was like 4, and I met this. Well, first of all, I was kind of a bully to girls because I thought they had
Well, you're a
cooties.
frickin', you're in elementary school. Everyone's a fucking bully to girls.
This was Head Start. This was like Head Start, yeah. I started kindergarten when I was 4, I believe. I believe it was kindergarten. I'm not exactly sure if it was Head Start or kindergarten, but it was one of the two. And I was a bully to this girl, because she was just a girl. I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to be, but I was, because I don't know why. I feel bad for it today, but yeah. Anyway, so one day I was talking to this girl, I was bullying her. I gave her a chance. And she actually liked a lot of stuff I did. I remember I became friends with her over talking about a Yoshi egg, because I had an obsession with Mario. I'm not gonna lie, still kind of is obsessed, but not as much as I used to be.
Yeah, you're more into like killing zombies now.
Not really. I'm kind of into the story actually now.
Whatever.
Yeah. And we actually became great friends. She was one of my closest friends. And then she went to my 5th birthday party. Which the only thing I really remember from there is that I got a GameCube, and they were new at the time.
I don't remember a GameCube.
You,
That's like one of my very first memories. Remember that Pac-Man game they had for it?
which one?
Where it was like 3D or some shit?
Oh yeah, Pac-Man 3 or something. Fever.
Yeah,
No,
something
not
like
Fever.
that. I don't even remember what it was. He was like 3D or whatever.
Yeah,
and you like, yeah.
I had that one.
Actually, that's what my first memory.
I had that one.
It was like that lava. I remember playing the lava and forest level. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with it.
Yeah, I know. And then you could like run if you hold B or something, and you like ran like really fast.
I never got very good at it. I was very young.
Me-
Oh, actually, that's the first game I ever played. Now that I think of it. Fuck. I don't want this.
Oh god. Anyway, so that's what happened, and I got a GameCube in my. I remember I was like, everybody get home! I'm gonna play this. And then Elise actually.
Why do you think I fucking?
Oh god, did I give away? I think I gave away her name. But anyway, this girl her name was Elise, and she ended up becoming my best friend for the longest time in ever. And I still remember sitting there when I was like 8 or something. Not 8. I was like 4 or something. I was like 5 after she came over, and then she became my best friend. I think she kind of looked at herself as my girlfriend, but looking back at my pictures, there's a picture of us holding hands and having fun and everything, but I didn't see it that way. I actually seen that as just a friendship.
Woo!
And then my first game I ever played was Super Smash Bros. Melee on a Cube TV. It was my grandma's Cube TV, like those really big blocky ones. And it was like a bigger one, but yeah, I loved it. And basically, I had one rule. I would never, ever, 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 ever play scary games at night. And
now you do.
And at this point in life, I do now, but before I never did. And you know what I considered a scary game?
What?
Luigi's Mansion. Dude, you gotta admit, I still get scared when I play that game. Not the DS version, but the GameCube version. You ever play that shit? Like the ghosts sometimes the ghosts like freaking jump scare you, make you jump. They did it to me. They did it to me anyway. I don't know. I'm not sure if anybody else has ever had that experience, but it just.
It's like suddenly you just like walking, all of a sudden they just stop, and you're like, oh, it froze. 10 minutes later. Ah!
No. You're walking and everything's all quiet, and then he's kind of just breathing. There's no music or anything. And next, no.
You should have fucking known that was coming.
No. They spawn randomly. They don't spawn like at certain points. Like you're just walking, and they pop up and go, Rah! And if the TV's turned off, that scares you. Sometimes it doesn't, but it usually does. And I don't think I'd still play Luigi's Mansion at night. Maybe if I had somebody over, but.
Remember I played. I'm gonna give away a little information here. Remember I played it on the bus ride or whatever. We have an amusement. Don't say the name of the amusement park. We got an amusement park in our town, and it's like a 4-hour drive to get there from where we are. We rode it for a school thing. Fucking the whole way down and just playing Luigi's Mansion. Like, this isn't bad.
Dark Moon.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Dark Moon. Anyway, so then I hit first grade, and I remember so much from that year.
It's only like 50 minutes left of this.
Oh. Well, shit, I'm only on the 4th one. And then, and anyway, so I started.
Fuck, how long do you want to go? It's been like.
Shulush,
it's been like
shulush,
15 minutes.
shulush. Anyway, so in first grade, I remember so many things. I remember that I was trying to be one of the cool kids or whatever, and I remember walking into school and everybody would be like, hey Jared, hey Jared, hey Jared. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm popular. But I didn't say hell back then because I was like obsessed with God, because I was raised like that to be like, oh my God, God, Jesus. And then in first grade, basically, I met this really tall kid. His name was Anthony Stately. He's actually yeah, I'm not gonna ruin this because it's kind of part of my story, and you'll hear it later. Don't worry, you'll hear it later in the video. Um, so anyway, he became my best friend. And he was awesome. We do like everything together. We like freaking partied. Yeah, we partied. Damn right we partied. Just kidding, we didn't party. But anyway, so in 3rd grade, I believe, no, yeah, 1st grade, me and Anthony were on the bus, and this kid, so Anthony, sorry if you're watching this, but I'm just gonna say the truth. I'm not gonna lie. I've lied for you for so many times about this subject. Okay, so me and Anthony were sitting down on the bus, and he was messing with this little girl, little girl, right? He was going, this ain't no pedo story, if you guys are thinking. But, he was messing with this little girl, and he was, like, calling her, like, booger or something like that. I don't remember. Then her brother said, stop.
How old was Anthony at the time?
I don't even know. He's the same age as me. I don't even remember how old we were. But, anyway, so he's calling her booger or something like that. Saying she eat boogers or something like that. I don't even remember what happened. But, yeah, that's happening. But that was happening, and... Oh, shit, sorry. That was happening, and, basically the brother said, I'm gonna get pissed off, and I'm gonna freaking beat your ass if you don't stop doing that to my little girl. I was like, Anthony, you better stop. This kid's way older than us. Right?
Yeah.
Next to Anthony was like, okay then. But she's a freaking booger or something like that. I don't remember what he said. Next to know that kid gets up and BAM! Punches him in the face.
Holy shit.
Anthony gets up, like, I thought he was gonna fight. But he gets up, tears up, runs to the back of the bus, sits in the back seat, and cries his head off.
Hang on a sec, listen. I want to show you this, listen.
Show me what?
Hear the music?
No, my volume ain't even on, dude.
Oh shit, turn it up real quick.
No, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'll listen to it
I'll
later.
tell you after this one, sorry. We might want to wrap it up right now, actually.
Okay,
Like,
how much is left?
20
Let's
minutes.
see. We got time.
It's 90 minutes in, it's 131 total.
Yeah, there's still more left. Don't worry.
Alright, whatever.
And
You want to keep going through the whole thing? Let's keep going.
yes, well, I'm almost done, dude. Anyway, we got in a fight. Well, he got in a fight. And that kid thought he was a badass. And next, I'm sitting there shaking my head and looking out the window. And next, I get blasted in the face.
For no reason.
For no reason. I didn't do anything. I get blasted in the face. My first reaction, I was in 1st grade, and this kid was like in 7th or 6th, I can't even remember. But yeah, that happened, and I basically, my first reaction was a stand up, and I swung back. I freaking punched him right in the face, I believe.
You actually do that?
Yes, I fought him. Anyway, so I punched him in the face, I believe. Yeah, and then I was like, I still remember this in my head. I was going, oh shit, what did I just do? And then, cause his punch didn't even hurt that much. And I got hit, and I was like, oh shit. And then he punches me again, and I'm like, oh my god. I was like, ow, that hurts. And then he punched me again, and I'm like, ow, that hurts. I remember I started like getting pissed off. Like I started getting angry because his kids kept swinging at me, and I kept pushing him away. And then he eventually just does that one punch to my face, right? That makes me go berserk. And I basically, because I was trying to control myself, because I'm not going to get my ass kicked by that kid,
Yeah, because he seemed like kind of an asshole.
No, he was way bigger than me, and I'm not going to fight with anybody like that.
So he was an asshole.
Yeah, he was very an asshole. You don't just go randomly sucker punch somebody. And then, basically, here's what happened. So, I basically ignored all of his hits after that and just ripped into him. I remember I was teared up and everything because I was so pissed off. I wasn't teared up because I was crying. I was teared up because I was angry.
Like, it's not, like, you know how I yawn sometimes and like, tears come out or whatever?
Yeah.
That's not fucking, that's because my tear duct opens or something.
Yeah. That happens to everybody. It happens to me.
Mom's side. Yeah. Okay, good. That was one on one.
So we got in a fight, and then our fight goes to the back of the bus towards Anthony. I think Anthony was watching actually. And then my cousins, my closest cousins, the cousins I basically grew up with, they grabbed me by the arms and the legs and let him beat him beat me up.
fuck?
And I was like, let go, let go, let go. I was gonna freaking, you know, backhand one of them, but I was like,
Yeah.
but the weakest one had my strongest arm, so he went to the front of the bus and he charged at me, and I knew I could slip away from her, right? So she was the weakest one out of all of them, because she's the youngest too, right? And I was older than her. And then, so as soon as he came after me, I tensed up my right arm, right? Like, I got it ready, and then I pulled out and I punched him right in the face and knocked him on his ass.
Shit.
I knocked him on his ass, and then I remember while we were going at it, I glanced in front of the bus, and the bus driver sitting in the front, watching us fight through his freaking mirror. He was just interested too. Freaking, for all I know, he could be making popcorn up there. Anyway, so after that, I kind of got up and I ran off the bus, and I figures while fighting, my cousins were like, Jared, your dad's right behind us. Your dad's right behind us, right? And so I got off the bus. I got in his car, crying my eyes off, saying this kid just beat me up or something like that, right? Because technically I did lose the fight, but if I got the finishing blow, I don't know if that really counts. What?
See how evil he fucking looks right now?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I lost the fight, but I'm not sure. But anyway, so I got off the bus and then I got in my dad's car. My dad followed the bus all the way to when that kid got off, and then he said, "You could have kicked his ass," and then went back home.
Wait, your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad's fucking awesome.
Why is he awesome?
Your dad seems awesome.
He said you could have kicked
Lots
his
of fucking
ass.
zombies.
And I think I did kick his ass, but
Dad?
so no, not my dad. I could never kick my dad's ass, even if I tried.
How he fucking remember he beat up the school.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so and then after that I went to this place called oh yeah, I forgot one thing. The reason me and Anthony were on the bus together is because Anthony had just moved in next door as my neighbor. And that was awesome. My best friend moved next to me. When does that ever happen? When does that ever happen?
But, like, was this when is this like still like in the house that you have today?
Yeah, it's still current. It's still current. That my neighbor is still him. But so after that, my dad was like, "How do you think about St. Mary's?" I didn't even get suspended for that shit. I don't know why. But anyway, I used to come over and me and Anthony used to make videos actually. Because when I was younger, I remember me and my cousins were gonna do the circus thing in my house, but I wanted to record it so bad, and I didn't know why I wanted to record it so bad. But I figured I must have something in me that wanted me to do that. So one time I got hold of my sister's camera, and I wanted a camera so bad. None of these were going on YouTube. I think some of them, there's pictures of me. I mean, there's like videos of me when I was like 9, dancing to "Baby Got Back." I don't even remember. But I've been looking for that video for a long time, but I haven't found it. They're really old. It's on my old sister's account, and then my sister's old account, I should say, not my old sister.
Your old sister.
When I was 20.
Yeah, how old is she? Like 85?
She's like 21. Okay, so I went to St. Mary's after that, and I remember as soon as I walked into school, I remember I sat down and I looked up and I saw the most pretty girl ever. And first thing I asked was, "Is that your boyfriend?" Because she was hugging some guy, and that guy was her cousin, which eventually started coming over later in life. And then she was single, and I was in 2nd grade, so I don't know how that would really work out anyway. But yeah, I got a lot of stories about her. I basically fell in love with her for about 3 to 4 years. I don't even remember, but I actually just got over her in 8th grade, which was weird. I don't know why. I got attached to her for some reason.
Aged so fast in 6th grade, she's like one of the hot chicks in high school, and then like in 8th grade, she's like one of the freaking, she's like one of those chicks that pretend to be hot, but is really, really like ugly.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Okay, that wasn't like I got over in like 7th grade or something like that. I don't even remember. So yeah, I basically got in trouble for her. I got called to the principal's office a lot for her. Well, I only got a call to the principal's office once, but I will say that in about 10 minutes, only like, after I'm done talking about her.
You gotta, like, do it before the footage ends, and it's, like, almost an hour. You got, like, 30 minutes, so.
I can do this in 30 minutes. I'm actually doing a really good thing out of it, if you couldn't tell.
You are. Like, Jared was, can I tell him what you were trying to do?
Good, yeah.
For this? He was trying to rehearse this shit. He like wrote notes and everything.
I actually have notes in front of me, but I'm not reading the notes. I didn't write down like a whole bunch of paragraphs.
I know.
I just
like,
wrote down.
shit.
I wrote down like key concept. I wrote down.
Like
Here's what I wrote down. Here's what I wrote down
I
at the
do
top.
that a lot.
I said almost died. That's all I wrote down. And then I started school when I was 4. And then I wrote GameCube 1.5. And then I wrote my sister's N64 and stuff like that. Anyway, so this girl, basically I fell in love with her and I would do anything for her. And I remember this one day, in school, they said take a break. My teacher was like, take a break, because I was talking with my friend. So I sit down in the chair and I get back up right away and I go sit down and talk to him again. Then she calls me to take a break again, right?
Yeah.
And then that happens. So later in the day, I can't remember what I did, but I got in trouble somehow else and I got like a warning or something. And then
Okay.
I got a warning or something, and then I went back to the classroom, and we were supposed to be drawing, like, she was showing us math problems on the board. And this school completely ruined my education, the same area as mission school, by the way. I remember one day, we did something bad, and they had us go stand outside in the freezing cold without any jackets for like 20 minutes. And they were, yeah, if one of us would have got frostbite, they would have sued the school.
They would have sued the school.
But none of us did. I hate that. I wish one of us would have.
Holy fuck, you want to lose your damn arm?
Holy shit. And then, yeah, they made us go stand in front of the school with frostbite and everything, blah blah blah, etc. I remember when Justin Johns, he's kind of, he's
a fucking asshole.
Yeah. I remember he was running outside all happy. He was like, yay! And he was like skipping and everything. And then he falls over and lands his face in dog shit.
Did he really?
Yes, he did. I remember everybody was laughing at him because he was trying to get to the playground first and he fell on his ass. And then he fell.
Fucked up. Remember, you gotta tell him, not now, but you gotta tell him later on about the, you know what, that we found in the freaking parking lot of like.
Oh yeah, shut up now. Okay, shush.
I'm not telling him, I'm not gonna tell him.
Okay, and then basically this girl was making out to me and I got in trouble with her for a long time, and then I wanted her, but yeah, it never happened. So, and then I'm missing one very important person, which is not really important right now, but will become later. This weird ass kid.
Oh.
I will not give away his name, but Jordan, you'll figure that out later in the next episode, which is not gonna, I'm not ending it right now, but yeah. Anyway, so this kid basically would come.
Fuck, you might as well not end it at all because it's gonna just. Don't even end it, dude, because we're already fucking so far in.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever, you spent like half an hour on this, so don't even end it. Just keep going.
Okay. This kid, basically came jack my cereal tops for my lunch, and he was like, these are gonna be worth something one day. I just know it. And anyway, that kid doesn't matter anymore for the rest of the story. and then my friend came over here. He was kind of heavy at the time. He still kind of is, but I don't like to look at him that way. You know, like I don't judge people on their looks and.
What am I gonna get today?
I don't know if he still is or not, but yeah. Anyway, so he came over, ate some Oreos. What happened? What happened?
Oh, like you got in trouble? You called him a name.
I called him an Oreo because he came, ate all my Oreos, and I went to school then. Okay, Jordan, invite me back and I'll keep going.
What?
Invite me back. I lagged out.
What do you mean invite me back? Oh, you lagged out of the footage?
Yup. Anyway.
God damn it, I'm gonna have to reset the whole thing again. I can't invite you.
Oh shit. Let's just start from the beginning then.
I guess, yeah. Keep going.
Okay, so anyway, I call this kid an Oreo, and
What?
I call this kid an Oreo. I went to school, and then people started catching on to the name. I was just saying it as a joke, though, as a friend, you know? I called him an Oreo.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I basically called him an Oreo. I got in trouble for it because other kids started calling him an Oreo. Then he called the office or something like that. And so I had to go to the office, and I went there. And I got called to the actually the principal came and got me out of the classroom to bring me to the lunch office. The lunch office.
Okay, everyone, get in the office. We're gonna eat lunch.
Anyway, he brought me to
Come
the
on,
he brought
I'm
me
joining.
to the cafeteria, and then I'm joining right now, Jordan. He brought me to the cafeteria.
Wait. I'll keep going.
He brought me to the
Okay,
cafeteria,
I'm gonna get to it.
and basically he was like, what is an Oreo? And I'm like, you're like 67. How do you not know what an Oreo is? Like in my head, I was saying that, and then then he basically pressured me to say it. He's like, say it, say it, and I was like, an Oreo is a cookie, because he was pissing me off. And then Jordan shush for a minute. Mute your mic if you're gonna laugh a lot.
Sorry.
Anyway, so he's like, what is a cookie? I mean, not a cookie. He was like, what is an Oreo? And then I was like, it's a cookie. He's like, yeah, but what does it mean? And then I was like, what the hell do you mean, what does it mean? I was like, it's a cookie, and you eat it, and you can dip it in milk. It's optional, but you can dip it in milk.
Optional.
But you can dip it in milk.
Are you able to?
I'm joining right now, Jordan. I think your invites are like screwing me over or something like that.
Oh.
I'm not actually exactly sure. Here, Jordan.
I could start. I kind of want to start a game with you, but.
Yeah, I know. We gotta do this later again. That's why I don't like doing Call of Duty videos. I'll just keep going though.
Are you?
So I got called to the principal's office, and oh yeah, one day, Rose got in trouble or something, and then oh shit, I gave away her name too, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Good job. Now every girl's gonna come after you, beating your ass.
Anyway, so.
Tell me when you're in.
So the teacher pissed me off because it was the board thing, and then I kicked a chair. She's like, go to the principal's office! And then everybody usually came back crying from the principal's office, and then I called her the B word. I got up in her face and was like, bitch! And then I remember the whole classroom was stunned. Like,
Did you whisper it?
no, this is the one before.
Oh.
And then I went out the room, and then I went to the principal's office, and I came back 2 minutes later, and I came back, and I was like the biggest boss ever because I didn't come out crying, and I was coming in there. What? I was like, what up? What's up now? And then basically,
Okay,
she's like, what did you say to me before you left this room? I was like, I got an itch.
You're a bee with an itch, yeah.
I was like, I got an itch, and then she's like, what do you mean you got an itch? My back was itchy, and I screamed.
A bee stung me, and I got an itch,
And
so I said them two things at the same time. Bee itch.
Anyway, so yeah, she kind of got mad.
Itch.
And then let's go to then a week later, I thought I was a badass for doing it before, so I called this other teacher.
Here, stop trying to accept it, because I already did a new one.
Okay. So guys, we'll be back in like right about now. Hello people, we are back, and apparently we got crushed and died because Jordan wanted to make it look like that. His name's Thor. There's a piece of paper over there. Shot the radio. Anyway, Jordan. So a week later, I basically called the other teacher a B word too, and I whispered this one. I was like, bitch, like that. I don't even know if you guys heard that, but yeah, that's what I said to her, and then. Basically, the whole class looked at me, and I was like, like big eyes.
Oh yeah, should we tell them what happened? Oh.
And she was like, what did you call me? And I'm like, I called you a wicked witch. And then I basically had to write an apology letter to her, and I didn't want to say the B word. I didn't know what the hell they expected me to do. I didn't know if they expected me to write the B word in there.
Right. Like, I'm sorry for calling you. I don't know what to say here. I don't know. If
yeah, me neither. That's exactly how I was. But I had to write an apology letter to her, by the way. And then so I basically I said, I'm sorry for calling you a wicked witch. I will never do it again. Blah 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 blah, etc. or something else. And then anyway, I went to her door. I knocked on it. I was like, here you go, right?
Yeah.
And then she was like, then actually I come back to my classroom and talk to Rose again because I come back.
I have an idea.
Then we lag out again.
No, I have an idea.
Okay, anyway, so I come back to the classroom, talk to her again. Next thing I know, that teacher comes in my classroom. He didn't even look sorry. And I was like, who the hell says that? What kind of teacher does that to an 8-year-old or something? I can't remember how old I was.
Yeah. Here, you have to rejoin.
I'm joining, Jordan. I'm joining.
Oh, fuck, I just invited you, shit.
Anyway, so that's what happened.
We're just gonna do this.
Wait, what? You want me to...
We're gonna try it.
Wait, you expect me to play while I'm telling the story?
No, not really. Not really, actually. I
Okay.
didn't expect you to go down and watch me again. Oh.
Holy shit! Self-centered.
What?
Self-centered.
I haven't done my
Self-centered.
asshole.
Just kidding. Anyway, okay. I have to write an apology letter, by the way, and then see I can't concentrate like this now. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go down right away.
Fine.
So
Yeah.
I had to write an apology letter where, and then I had to write it like 3 times, and I said I'm sorry.
Open a door
Then
first.
she comes,
so you don't
then she comes
use
back.
your points.
Then she comes back. He didn't look
Use your
sorry
points,
again.
open stuff.
Jordan, can you?
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get this through this as fast as possible. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so
Open this real quick.
what? Open what?
This.
There you go.
Okay, kill yourself.
And now I'm gonna
Give
go
a shit,
die.
whatever.
Right here. Okay. So anyway.
Dark and fucking rape you. I don't care.
Anyway, so I left. So I called. Well, I didn't call shit, but
I didn't call shit.
I went back to her room and she called me back so many times, and I was missing on talk time with Rose. So I just ended up like, going to her door, and I was like, "Am I?" And she called me an asshole and everything, and I basically just went to her door.
Caesar?
Yeah, and I basically went back to. I obviously went to her door, and then she's like, "You ready to apologize?" And I freaking threw the paper in her face, and then walked away because I was so pissed off that she called me so many times.
Shit.
Never called me again. So yeah, and then that was pretty much the end of school. My mom. Well, this is like, shit. I cut ahead. I cut ahead to 4th grade.
Ah, fuck.
This is actually 4th grade actually. See, I just spent the whole time staring at the ground.
I know.
So this was 4th grade, and I basically quit school. I basically quit that school right then and there.
Yay.
And because my mom called, because my mom was pissed because it was like the end of school and they had made me and Chase do this essay part or whatever,
Like
and
bullshit
or
stuff?
else we would have failed the class. Now to this day, Chase
Yeah.
is now in a grade below me because of that reason. Because he didn't do it and I did it.
What?
Yeah, he's a grade below me because of that
Oh, I
reason.
thought you meant he died.
No. So after school ended,
Same as before.
So after school ended, I don't really remember how that summer went. I remember that Twilight Princess had just came out for the Wii, and me and Anthony were freaking boss at it. We were playing it and everything. Me and Anthony were doing great progress. Like we were racing to the end, basically, right?
Yeah.
And the only reason I lost was to race to the end is because I didn't know I could open that door while holding a ball, and that slowed me down.
Oh my fucking balls.
Because I was trying to find a way around
What to
like
do.
the rest of the stuff, And
Yeah.
basically that happened. So
Over here.
I know where to go, Jordan.
Sorry. Do whatever you want then. I don't care.
Okay, so anyway.
Holy shit.
So yeah. that
Kill
happened.
yourself anyway.
And then in 5th grade, I started that, and then I reunited with Elise and Anthony. I haven't seen Anthony in like 2 years before. Jordan, get your ass out of my face. And I haven't seen her for a long time, and then she was kind of. My grandma said that she Oh God, I missed one of the most important parts.
Oh shit! What
when
you
I was in 1st grade, one night I went to bed and I was like, I said, I hope my grandma doesn't die. Well, it doesn't go tomorrow. I know she's not gonna go. I know she's not gonna go. I know she's not gonna go. And I wake up, my sister's crying, and my dad's sitting there, and he's basically like, your grandma's gone. And I was basically blaming myself, saying I jinxed it, I jinxed it, I jinxed it. And then I went to school. No, I didn't go to school, but I went to Minneapolis. No, I went to Belcourt for her funeral, and she wanted me to bring her ashes up there. One of the hardest things was basically just to go in there and like see her for the last time, but lifeless, and that was not very good at all. That was hard on me. She told me before she went, she told me always when she goes not to cry, and I tried to not to cry because I wanted to keep that one promise. That was the only promise I could never keep to her. Only promise. And I ended up trying so hard not to cry that I ended up in the hospital because of an anxiety attack.
You really? Fuck.
Yeah, I had an anxiety attack, and I had those before too. I know the cure though. The cure was water. Always stopped it. And then my mom, well, basically, anything liquid basically stopped it when I drank something. And then I remember my mom had like a pop, had a Pepsi, I remember, right?
Yeah.
And I remember how much of an ass she was with it. Like she was like I basically was...
Who did?
Okay, so I was basically having an anxiety attack, and I knew that for sure that I needed something to drink. My mom had a Pepsi in her hand, so I tried to grab it, and she was like tugging it away from me, and I was like, and I remember my freaking chest was just bursting and everything, because if you ever had one of those, your chest is like goes and it hurts like hell. So I remember I ended up sprinting downstairs in the church and running. I remember I broke down and I got teared up, and made a big ass scene. I ran down to the basement of the church and like slammed the water fountain, and then yeah, then basically as soon as I got the drink, I looked up, and then there was like a whole bunch of people looking at me, and I did not like that.
So they like followed you down the whole thing just to watch you get water?
There was people down there.
Pretty much? Oh, I didn't know that. Shit. Okay, proceed.
And then, yeah, that sucked. So then I ended up they actually brought me to the hospital because they didn't know what was wrong with me. And then, yeah, that happened. Anyway, so let's get past the sad moments. That actually, my grandma meant a lot to me, and she basically helped raise me. She basically raised me in general. And I didn't want to see her go, and I didn't like to see her go, and I don't know, I wish she was here to this day. But let's just cut out all the sad stuff here. So in 5th grade, I tried to join the football team. And when I tried to join the football team, I tried to join it with Anthony because, you know, best friend bond. And Anthony never joined. And the first day of football came. No, before football happened, this little small kid was saying, "Jared, quit. Quit, you suck. Quit." Before we even started playing. Right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Quit, Jared. You're gonna suck. I don't get why you're trying to do this." Right? And I went home crying.
Okay.
Because I thought nobody liked me or something like that. And then I got in football. The gear was too tiny for me. Then they never let me. They put me as a hiker. As a person that hikes the ball.
Oh, okay. I don't know football, but okay.
To be honest with you guys, I act like I know this, but I really don't know about football. I don't really know. I know they're called like
neither do I.
linemen or whatever, but I don't really know football at all. And people always tell me I have the body for football, and that I have the build for football. And I've had the build for football for as soon as I was like in my elementary years. And my dad was so excited when I brought home that sheet to join football, and I couldn't let him down, you know.
Okay.
So I basically tried to play, and then they would never let me play it. And then they put me up. Then they put us all on the line. They put this kid. It was all about this kid named Robert McLean. It was all about him. That's all his dad wanted. His dad always put him as number 1. He put him as number 28. And you know whose number that is?
You said number 1 and then you said 28. I'm confused.
Yeah, he put him as number 28 because he wants him to be a superstar. And at the time, you know who was popular? Adrian Peterson. And Adrian Peterson is number 28.
Oh, okay, I get it.
And he basically yelled at the kids for the jersey, right? Because he's like, nobody grab that, nobody grab that. My kid gets that, because he was African American, but
oh,
yeah, didn't work out very well. And I basically quit football after that because, you know, I could never play and nobody ever let me play. Like, you know, I could never play, and the gear was too small for me. Like the helmet was too tight. I was just had too much of a build to play. And that is where basically 5th grade ended. And I know 5th grade was probably the shortest of all, but that is where 5th grade ended. And guys, that is actually where I'm gonna end too.